Hello, everyone. Welcome to English with F. Today, I have an amazing story for you. It is not just for your listening practice, but also to inspire you. The story is called Nothing is Free, and it will show you that hard work and determination can change lives. There was a young man named Alex, 20 years old, living in a small, quiet town surrounded by mountains. Alex had big dreams. He wanted to own a chain of coffee shops and become a successful entrepreneur. But life was not easy for him. Alex's family was struggling financially. His father, Tom, was a truck driver, and his mother, Anna, worked in a small store to make ends meet. Alex's younger sister, Mia, was just 10 and looked up to him as her hero. One cold evening, Alex sat outside his small house, staring at the stars. He whispered to himself, "I want to give my family a better life, but how do I start when we barely have enough to survive?" The next day, Alex shared his dreams with his father. Tom sighed and said, "Alex, dreams are not free. If you want something, you have to fight for it. Start with what you have, even if it is small." Alex thought deeply about his father's words. Then an idea struck him. He noticed that in his town, people loved fresh roasted coffee, but had to travel miles to the city roastery. He decided to start selling fresh roasted coffee locally. But there was a problem. Alex had no money to buy the beans that he decided to take a chance and approached the roastery's owner, Mr. Bennett. Mr. Bennett was a grumpy old man who rarely trusted anyone. With confidence, Alex said, "Mr. Bennett, I want to sell your roasted coffee in my town, but I do not have money to buy it up front. Can you trust me for 1 week? I will sell the coffee, return your money, and keep a small profit." Mr. Bennett raised an eyebrow and asked, "Why should I trust you, young man?" Alex replied firmly, "Because I am determined and I will work hard to prove myself." After a long pause, Mr. Bennett said, "All right, I will give you beans for 1 week. If you fail to pay me back, do not bother coming here again." Alex was thrilled. Early the next morning, he carried the beans back to his town and set up a small stand near the park. He greeted every passerby with energy and a smile, saying, "Fresh roasted coffee, warm aroma, and pure energy." At first, people were hesitant. They did not know if the coffee was good. But Alex offered free samples and soon had his first customer. By the end of the day, he had sold all the beans and made a small profit. That evening, he returned to Mr. Bennett and paid him back. The old man nodded and said, "You kept your word. Come back tomorrow." From then on, Alex worked tirelessly. He woke up at 4 a.m., walked to the roastery, carried the beans to his town, and sold them with passion. After 2 months, he had saved enough money to buy a small cart, making it easier to transport more beans. One day, a customer suggested, "Alex, why do not you roast your own coffee? You're good at selling, but if you roast, you will make more profit." This idea excited Alex, but it also scared him. He had never roasted anything in his life. This was the moment where Alex realized nothing is free, not success, not knowledge, not growth. If I want to succeed, I must take risks and learn. Alex could not stop thinking about the idea of roasting his own coffee. If he could roast, he would not have to rely on Mr. Bennett and his profit would grow. But there was one big problem. He did not know how to roast. Alex decided to ask Mr. Bennett for help. The next morning, after delivering his payment, Alex said, "Mr. Bennett, can you teach me how to roast?" The old man frowned. "Why should I teach you? If you roast, you will not buy from me anymore. That is bad for my business." Alex looked at him and said, "You are right, but I will not forget the man who gave me my first chance. If I succeed, I will make sure to help your roastery too." Mr. Bennett thought for a moment, then said, "Fine, but roasting is not easy. It takes time, patience, and hard work. If you are ready for that, I will teach you." The lessons began early the next morning. Alex arrived at the roastery at 3 a.m. before the sun was up. Mr. Bennett showed him how to sort the beans, roast them perfectly, and blend the flavors. Ate the tea first, Alex struggled. His eyes burned from the smoke, and his coffee came out too bitter or too weak. One day, after ruining another batch of beans, Alex sat down feeling defeated. He said to himself, "Maybe I'm not good enough for this. Maybe I should give up." But then he remembered his father's words, "Dreams are not free." He realized that every mistake was teaching him something new. Giving up was not an option. The next day, Alex went back to the roastery with even more determination. He practiced every single step carefully. Slowly, his coffee started improving. After 2 weeks, Mr. Bennett handed him a bag and said, "This is perfect, Alex. You are ready." Alex was overjoyed. He rented a small roaster and began roasting coffee at home. His family was amazed by his hard work. Mia, his little sister, helped him pack the bags, and his mother made tea for him while he worked late into the night. Soon Alex was not just selling beans. He started making special blends and coffee cakes too. People in the town loved his products. They said, "Alex's coffee tastes better than anything we have had before." But success was not easy. One day, a new coffee shop opened in the town run by a young man named Jake. Jake had a big fancy shop with colorful signs and decorations. People were curious and started buying from him instead. Alex noticed his sales dropping. He felt scared. What if he lost everything he worked so hard for? But instead of panicking, Alex decided to improve. He listened to his customers and asked, "What do you like about Jake's shop? What can I do better?" Some said Jake's shop looks clean and pretty. Others said his drinks have beautiful foam art. Alex realized he needed to grow not just as a roaster, but as a businessman. Using his savings, Alex painted his cart, added bright decorations, and started offering free samples of his new blends. He even learned how to make latte art by watching videos in the library. Slowly, customers returned to him. One evening, an elderly woman came to Alex and said, "I have seen many young men give up when times get hard, but you did not. That is why we trust you." Her words filled Alex with pride. Months passed, and Alex's business grew. He saved enough money to rent a small shop. It was not as big as Jake's, but it was warm and welcoming. He named it Alex's Mountain Brew. Every morning he woke up before sunrise, roasted fresh coffee, and opened his shop with a smile. His parents and sister helped him. Mia, now 11, loved talking to customers, and Anna managed the accounts. But Alex knew this was not the end of his journey. He wanted to reach more people, make his family proud, and prove to himself that anything is possible with hard work. Alex's Mountain Brew was becoming the heart of the town. People loved his fresh coffee, blends, cakes, and special drinks. Business was growing, and his family was proud of him. But life was not done testing Alex. One stormy night, as Alex was closing his shop, he noticed smoke coming from the roaster. He rushed inside and saw that a small fire had started near the machine. He quickly grabbed water and managed to stop the flames, but much of his equipment was damaged. The next morning, when the townspeople heard about the fire, they came to check on him. Some said, "Oh no, what will Alex do now?" Others whispered, "Maybe this is the end for him." Alex felt heartbroken, but not defeated. He stood outside his shop and said, "This is just a challenge. I have faced struggles before, and I will face this too. I will not give up." He took a deep breath and began making a plan. He calculated how much money he had saved and realized it was not enough to replace all the equipment. For a moment, fear crept in. But Alex remembered his journey, how he started with nothing but a dream and hard work. Instead of sitting and worrying, Alex asked for help. He approached Mr. Bennett, who had retired, and said, "Sir, I need advice. What would you do if you were me?" Mr. Bennett smiled and said, "Alex, you already know the answer. You have taught yourself that nothing is free. Work harder, believe in yourself, and people will believe in you too." Inspired, Alex decided to rebuild. He did not wait for someone to rescue him. He started roasting at home again with the little equipment he had left. He told his customers, "I will not let you down. I will keep serving you even if it is just a small amount for now." The townspeople admired his courage. Many of them started helping him. Some donated beans. Others gave small amounts of money, and a few offered their time to help him clean and repair the shop. Alex realized something important. When you work hard and never give up, people notice. They want to help someone who helps themselves. After months of hard work, Alex reopened his shop. It was better than ever. He painted the walls, added new decorations, and even introduced new items like iced blends and muffins. His customers were overjoyed. On the day of the grand reopening, the town's mayor came and said, "Alex, you are a true inspiration. You have shown us all that with determination, anything is possible." Alex stood in front of the crowd and said, "I want to thank each one of you. You have taught me that nothing in life is free, not success, not respect, not love. Everything must be earned with hard work, patience, and persistence. Never let failure stop you. Every challenge is just a step to something greater." From that day, Alex's Mountain Brew did not just sell coffee. It became a symbol of hope. People from other towns started visiting to meet the young man who never gave up. Alex's story teaches us that 1. Dreams are not free. They require hard work and sacrifice. 2. Failure is not the end. It is a chance to learn and grow stronger. 3. Help yourself first. When people see your effort, they will support you. 4. Never give up. The darkest moments are often just before success. Alex did not just build a coffee shop. He built a life full of purpose, respect, and pride. And so can you. Whatever your dream is, do not stop chasing it. Remember, nothing is free, but everything is possible.